Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to give you guys a few updates on things around the property and just kind of have a mellow morning on the property. It's supposed to be a really beautiful week this week. I am so excited with like the weather temperatures that we're gonna have. We were in the 90s last week, like mid to high 90s, and now we're going to be in the like 80s, and I think there's one day that said like 79, so I will take that. So it should be a really good week to be able to get some things done. I think maybe this week I will work on finishing the pathway in the backyard. This one that currently goes to nowhere. So I think I'm going to work on that a little bit. So today's projects are pretty mellow. I need to wind up the Espallier here. I wanted to show you guys the fence that we did, and just kind of maybe do a few minor things around the garden. I want it to be just kind of a mellow morning, mellow day. I don't want to get sweaty. I don't want to get gross. So let me turn the camera around, show you guys the fence, because it's looking so good. It is so nice to see the property like with a fence. Update. That's one of the babies right there. Oh, it just flew away. See the beaks? The one up there, both of them. They're just barely black. They're almost orange and yellow. So they're almost done being babies now. And the one in the nest back there, the babies are doing so good. And it is so nice to see that they're doing good, because they're usually not the best parents. So it's really cool to see two babies from the same nest actually thriving. So yeah, I hope we get more babies this year, because that'd be really exciting. Onto the fence. I've stalled long enough. We got all the way up to the Vitex done. So we got all the way up to right there. And by we, I mean Brent. I had zero doing in any of this. We'll have to come in and do a few little touch-ups. There's like a spot right there, and you know, just a few minor touch-up spots. That's kind of the problem with like spraying the boards when they're up. And then plus, see how it's like, you can see these white lines right here? That's because we can't get the edges. Where over here, all of these boards were sprayed on the ground, so we were able to do the edges. This, we weren't able to do the like sides of it, which really, it's not like that big of a deal. I mean, it still kind of like almost disappears anyways, but whatever. When we get the sprayer out to do this section over here, we'll just come back here and we'll do little touch-ups. Isn't that amazing though, how good it looks? The anemones right here glow now. The lemon cypress literally shines. It kind of disappeared when it was on the like natural looking fence. It just, I don't know, this like weathered gray color makes things just kind of disappear in the garden, where the black fence really makes everything just pop and shine and stand out. It's really nice to see it all coming together finally. And we did raise the fence, so it kind of like comes up a little bit. We wanted to hide as much of that as possible. So the fence is actually tallest here, and then we'll continue with the height so we get a little more privacy over this way, and it just continues to be tall this way. So it's finally coming together. We had to do a giant dump run because we had all of the old fence boards here, and we got that all taken care of. And by we, 100% was Brent. So this section over here is what's going to be done next. This area is going to be the hardest, just because they have dogs over here and we have dogs, and when this comes down, the dogs aren't going to be able to like get out there at all, which is kind of annoying. It's gonna have to be done immediately. Do you see all these scratch marks? Freya is such a jerk sometimes. This is all from when she was much younger. She used to jump on the fence, and we had to put a stop to her jumping on the fence because she really could easily hop over the fence. She got a lot of training when she was younger because she was a total pain. She used to dig up my plants. I would plant them, and then she would follow behind me and she would dig them up and she would bring them back to me. So we had to do a lot of training. We had to do training for where she's allowed to go, not allowed to go. She knows she's not allowed in this bed over here. She now knows she's not allowed to jump over the fence. She now knows that she's not allowed to go past a gate if the gate is open without permission. It was like 2 years of nonstop training. But we finally got it. So now she doesn't hop on the fence. Now she doesn't bark anymore. She doesn't go in my flower beds. It was a labor of love. So it'll be nice to get this fence taken down and replaced, just to get rid of those scratch marks and to get a higher fence and to get a better looking fence. I'm really excited about it. We're gaining about like 6 inches in height over on this side, which will be really, really nice. So we really don't have too far to go. We're right here. We have, each one of these is about 8 feet. So maybe, 32-ish feet, 30-ish feet, give or take. So not bad, because we are done right up to there. That section needs to be painted black. But then once we get this little tiny bit done, we will be all done. Brent did from here down to where the hop seed bush is, just past that hop seed bush, in I think like 5-6 days or something like that. Just, doing it after work here and there. So it's not bad at all. And then you can see the bottom of the fence. This is how we raised it up so it's higher. So we've got the like 6 inches right here. We've got boards because there was a gap. So that way it makes it so that the fence is taller. So it's exciting. It's really cool to see the fence coming together. It's going to totally transform the backyard. Once it's all done, it's going to be one major project off the list. We're calculating it at like $350 per 8-foot section. So it's a really, really expensive project to do. That's kind of why we've been going so slow at it. I've had quite a few, not quite a few, I've had a couple people that were like, why don't you just do the whole thing all at once? Because cost of doing it ourselves is a little over $350 for an 8-foot section. Lumber here is so expensive. Each one of those boards is like $5.50 or something like that, and then the 4x4 is like $12, and then the concrete and the screws and the 2x4s, we need 3 2x4s, and so it adds up. So yeah, I probably have another $1,200 to go. So now we're in the veggie garden, and I wanted to give you guys an update on something. These are my potatoes right here. And see how this area, I don't know if you can see, but this section right here is kind of mounded a little bit. And so I know there's a potato under here. And I wanted to see, look at my first potato. Potato! That's so exciting. And that's a big one. I did put some of the slug and bug on here. That's what these little pellets are right here. So I was dealing with some slug issues. So this has totally stopped it. And the slug and bug is for organic gardening. So we've got potatoes coming, which is really, really exciting. And I'm getting super close to being able to harvest this garlic probably a month's time now that I'm seeing some of this die back, which is really exciting. I love garlic. I love harvesting garlic. And if I can harvest it in about a month, that's going to mean that I'm going to be able to use this bed again for another crop of something else. I probably won't need to do more garlic because I do have garlic from last year in the freezer, but I'm just really excited about this. I am so happy having these like raised beds like this. It's made gardening so much easier. It's made it feel so much more magical. I'm really happy with it. The green beans, do you see how much growth these have put on? These are the bush beans. These are called like Blue Lake. I'm so excited to get green beans. I love green beans. I love like frying green beans. They're so good. And then coming over here, this is my bed of Walla Walla onions. Oh wait, let's stop with the corn first. Look at this. They transplanted so good. Look at how well they're taking off. I'm so excited about that. I do need to get a tomato cage because I have one tomato there and another on the other side. And I don't have any tomato cages. Oh, my onion. Okay, so this is the flower. I need to pop this off. We don't want our onions to send energy into flowers. We want it to send energy into creating the bulbs. So these are my Walla Walla onions. They're obviously forming up really nicely. I would say half of them are. So half of them look good. I've got a couple that I tuck in randomly. So I've got one there that's super random. I have one tucked in right here that's random. I had one on the other side, but it was getting too much shade, so I just pulled it. It wasn't gonna form up to anything. But then like some of them, you guys, okay, I don't know why there's 3 of them in this one bunch right here, but there are. And then there's a couple that are back here that are like really tiny. Like look at that one. So I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, so I've got 3 tiny onions right next to some like really good sized onions over here. I'm gonna just use this as my pointer. So like, look at that onion back there, super tiny, medium size, but the rest of these have formed up really, really nicely. These were all started from starts. I see another flower. Pop that off. We don't want it to go to flower because then it sends energy into creating seeds and not forming up our bulbs. Also, look, my lime tree. has limes forming on it. That's so exciting. I'm not a major veggie gardener, but I can appreciate it, especially when it's all aesthetically pleasing. I'm very much into aesthetics and how things look. And once we get this fence finished, it's going to be so gorgeous back here. And this was a labor of love. This was like 3 years in the making of getting this vegetable garden to where I wanted it. I'm still gonna leave this bed nice and low, just because I want to be able to grow tomatoes in this one. I shouldn't have put the tomato in this one. I should have put onions in that one, but it wasn't ready. So I want to be able to grow corn and tomatoes and taller things in a low bed, but shorter things like garlic and onions in taller beds. So that's why that's that way. So let's go get something done today. I don't know what. We're actually gonna take care of this because it's starting to get out of control and I don't wanna fully lose control. So I need to come in and cut back on the tops of these and then just do a little bit of winding. This won't take me more than probably 15, 20 minutes to get done. I did do a little bit of winding over here the other day because we had somebody come over and they took photos for their prom. So we had to make one area look somewhat decent. So I got to come in and just do the tops of these really quickly. And then we will do something actually garden related, I feel like. Amount of spiders that I have found in this thing is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I'm so grossed out. There have been so many and so many different kinds. I think I need to be done. I only have this little section to do and these two left to do. And like maybe a little tiny bit there. I got the rest of it done. Oh my god, there are so many spiders in this thing. It is creeping me out. And I've tried winding it with gloves before, and you can't feel the wire or where you're working, so I can't do it. I have to kill it. Ah! I'm done. Oh, so gross. I'm done. Brent has to do the last couple panels. I literally have like the heebie-jeebies thinking about it. It really grosses me out. I hate spiders. I know that they are like so good for the garden and to see all of them is really great. But when I have to stick my hand in a plant and I touch them, it doesn't do it for me. It makes me just want to smush them. I hate them. I hate it. It's not good. I don't like them. I don't want to finish this project now. Brent's gonna do it. He doesn't know that yet, but he's gonna have to finish it because that last one that I touched, the legs, I felt them move. Oh, it just sent shivers down my spine. I can't do it. We're gonna go do something else. Let me go up to the front and I'll show you guys what we're gonna do because that was too much for me. This took me like 45 minutes to do and I didn't finish. We're up front now. I have calmed down. And I am going to be planting something today in this Bootstrap grow bag. It's the cutest little grow bag ever, and it's right on par with my colors. Literally. So a friend, Pri, she gave me some plants to grow. This is called Mexican tuberose. I'm gonna get this planted up. This is a 3-pack of rhizomes in here, and these are white flowers. I know almost nothing about them. She said that we could grow it in containers. I'm gonna try growing it in this grow bag. We'll see how well that goes. I'm loving these grow bags though. I've never done a grow bag. If you don't know what grow bags are, they're basically like pots that don't have to have holes because they still drain, and it makes it really easy to like move things around the garden. This is the smallest size that Bootstrap offers, but they have bigger ones, and they also have them in the colors, all of the colors that they do their like seed trays in. So if you want like colored, you can get colored. I just thought that I would go with small and beige because it's safe. But these tuberoses, I'm really excited about. I've never grown them before. Like I said, I don't know too much about them. I know it's a full sun plant, and the fragrance on them is supposed to be unreal. It is supposed to be, they get 4 feet tall, so they get absolutely massive, but they're supposed to have a smell that's like jasmine and honeysuckle, and I guess it's used in perfumes. So I'm really excited to give these a grow. I think I'm gonna do 1 tuber per grow bag, so I have 3 of them, and I want to do them in grow bags because I want to be able to like kind of move them around the garden. So if they smell really nice when they're fully blooming, I want to be able to like put one over by a garden gate or be able to put one over by our patio, but I don't want to just like leave a container over there yet. So I'm going to grow them in the grow bags in the vegetable garden, so they're kind of tucked away. They'll be on drip irrigation, and then once they start blooming, then I can move them around. So let's get these planted up in these grow bags. They're already wanting to grow. They've actually been under the grow lights inside the grow room that we have. So that's probably why they put on so much growth. They're ready to go. Like I said, full sun. They bloom summer to late summer. White blooms. They get 48 inches tall. And I want to plant these about 2 to 3 inches deep. So let's go to the back and get these planted. Okay, I've got all 3 of them planted up. I did 1 tuber per grow bag. And like I said, these are like water permeable, so the water will go through it. But it makes it so it's super easy to move things around in the garden. And then I just ran a line of the 1/4 inch drip irrigation that has emitters. So each one of these has at least 1 emitter inside the grow bag, so they'll get water every single day, and the excess will just go down into this bed, which is fine because I'm still getting raspberries coming up in this bed, so this will make it so that they come up and then I can just pull them really easy still. Like I said, these are just going to stay in this grow bag, and then I can move them around the garden where I want perfume smell to go, which is really, really exciting. I love things that smell in the garden and that flower, so they'll stay back here. This is full sun. I have an umbrella up right now. So I'm really excited to see these grow and try something new in the garden. I think it's going to be a fun experiment, especially to try growing things in grow bags. And then I just used a little tiny bit of the EB Stone Sure Start, whatever it's called. And then I went in with the Fox Farms Ocean Forest potting soil. So it should be like full of nutrients, and it should be really, really happy and healthy. They should grow really well. Like I said, I've never grown these before, so it'll be a learning curve, but one that should be really exciting. I'm really excited to grow something new in the garden. I try to do that every year, is to try to grow a couple things that I've never grown before. That's how you learn what you like and you don't like. And if this is a pretty flower that offers perfume, I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna go inside now because it started to warm up a little bit. It's midday right now, and I'm still not used to the heat. Even though it's one of the like cooler days that we have, which I mean I'm still gonna take because now I'm out here at little afternoon, and I was able to actually get things accomplished. So I think Brent's gonna finish the Espallier when he gets off of work, and yeah. So I don't know if I'll be able to pop up an update in this video. I'll try and come back out in a minute. If not, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.